Okay, so guys, can we start with case scenario 8? Come on, come on, come on. Life is a race. Run, 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 run. Case scenario 8. Okay. What do you want me to do? Read. Scenario is. We'll read. What you say, we'll read so that we can revise a little bit. Opus Chemical Limited, a prominent player in India's industrial landscape, has been itching in its mark since inception, headquartered in the bustling city of Vadodara, Gujarat. Listed on Bombay Stock Exchange, National Stock Exchange, company has grown into multifaceted entity catering to diverse industrial needs. And so again, listed entity. So listed entity means, like we said in question number 4 discussion video, CAM, EQCR, SEBI, LODR, a lot of things will come to your mind. Now, Opus Chemicals Limited core strength lies in robust manufacturing capabilities spread across multiple state-of-art facility. Company procures a wide range of industrial chemicals, including specialty chemicals, and blah, blah, blah. The product has, you read. Now, NLP & Co., a CA firm, has been appointed to conduct the audit. Mr. Kamal was the engagement partner. In the organization structure, Kamal noticed that TCWG are also involved in managing. During the ongoing engagement of the third quarter means which quarter? Q3. 2 limited review report has been already issued. Before issuance of the third quarter report, management of the company imposed a limitation. Kamal considered likely to express qualified or disclaim. Accordingly, he requested to remove the limitation. However, management refused to remove the limitation. But a limitation during the audit. One essay we have studied this in detail. Can you say which essay you studied this in detail? One essay we have studied in detail. Anyone? Limitation imposed by management. First step is what? Not 220, Gutta. Not 220. First step is you will request the management to remove. If they don't remove, if they remove, well, good, you will issue unqualified opinion if they remove. Doesn't remove the limitation. Not 210, Gutta. 260, Allah. Doesn't remove the limitations, then you'll communicate with TCWG, perform alternative procedure, still unable to obtain evidence. If the effect is not pervasive, what opinion you will give? Unable to obtain evidence, they are not removing the limitations also, but not pervasive. You will give what opinion? Qualified. Now, what if it is pervasive? What if it is pervasive? You will give up what? Disclaimer. Or now you can say, AB, now you say, you will either give disclaimer or you will withdraw. But before you withdraw, you have to determine what requirements? Legal requirements. Now, which company is it? In this question, which company is it? Listed company. Listed company, excuse me. Listed company, before you withdraw, you have to check the requirements of SEBI, LODR. But which essay? You never told me that. All these are which essay content? Very good. Now you are saying correctly 705. And now if it is a descriptive, you have to write as per 705. It's MCQ. Now guys, what is SEBI LODR? Can you explain in brief in 2 minutes? As per SEBI LODR, if you are resigning within 45 days of the end of the quarter, within 45 days, then you have to give the report of which quarter? That quarter, such a quarter. Now, if it is after 45 days of the end of the quarter, then you have to give the audit report or review report of that quarter, such a quarter, and the next quarter. Now, listen carefully. Had you already given the report for 3 quarters? You already gave the report of 3 quarters. Quarter 1 you gave, quarter 2 you gave, and quarter 3 also you are giving or gave. If you have done all the 3 quarters, please don't go. You go only after doing quarter 4 and financial year. If you are going to do 3 quarters, finish 4th quarter and go. And are we clear with SEBI LODR? So go back to case study. After following the due procedures applicable in the circumstances, finally Mr. Kamal with his partner concluded the possible effects of undetected misstatement is material and pervasive. So qualified opinion will be inadequate. Material and pervasive means which opinion you have to give? Disclaimer. Kuta Asha, here removal of limitation is not there. Misstatement alla. It is unavailability of evidence because they did not allow us. So it's not adverse. It should be disclaimer. Accordingly, he proposed to withdraw from the engagement after consulting with the senior partners of the firm. On which date he is going to withdraw? On 15th of November. Meaning, is it within 45 days? Answer is no. If it is before 45 days, then last quarter you give and say tata. Now it is 46, 50, 45 days over. And 45th day, correct 45th day. In such case, you have to give for Q3 also. Okay, is that clear? Can you reply whether you understood? Others, can you reply? If you are going to give for Q3, can you just guess it? You have already given which all quarter? Can you say? You have already given which all quarter? Q1 over. Now you are giving for Q2 and you are giving for Q3. So you are already doing audit or review report of which quarter? Already you are doing for Q1, Q2 and Q3. So when can you resign? You can resign only after giving Q4 and full year. Did you understand that? Okay. Now can we go to the question? Ada, can you read the first question? Already we have discussed many things. We discussed SEBI, LODR, we discussed SA 705 content. Now read. What is the responsibility of NLP and Co. with respect to issue of limited review report at the time of resignation? Now it's very easy. He should issue only 3rd quarter. He should issue for 3rd quarter. If he has issued for 3rd quarter, 1, 2, 3 is already over. So last quarter, no further report, review report of 3rd quarter to be issued. So answer is clearly B. Since you issued 3rd quarter, 1, 2, 3 over. So finish 4 and go. Next one. What was the responsibility of Mr. Kamal when management refused to remove such limitation? This is little tricky. Can you say the answer? To communicate with TCWG, determine if alternative procedure and obtain evidence. Perform alternative procedure, obtain evidence. Perform alternate additional procedure and obtain evidence. Request for representation that they imposed. See, D is not the answer. Why? Representation as per SA 580 is not a substitute. Additional alla, it is alternative. Because you didn't get, you will go for alternative. All of you are saying in one voice, it is A. Answer is no, no, no. It is B, B, B. Surprise! And ask me why, no, otherwise I won't say. Why you should have all the fun? Why? Anagappa, communicate and you all miss something. Deliberately, I did not say when I read the question. Can you see? In the organizational structure, Kamal noticed that TCWG are also managing the entity, meaning management and the TCWG are same in the company. Already, management is refusing you. Management and TCWG in small entities, management TCWG will be same. So, because of this sentence, communication with TCWG is no point. No, management and TCWG are same. So, no. Answer is B. Had that sentence been not there, if this sentence was absent in the question, then the answer would have been then the answer would have been A. When you read the question, I've said you can start directly with the question, but had you missed this sentence in the hall, 2 marks gone. Please be careful. Can I go to 3? Okay. If the auditor proposed to resign on 14th November before issuing the report of the second quarter, what will be the responsibility? And in our case, it was 15th September. Had he resigned on 14th, is it within 45 days or after 45 days? Can someone say? In such case, it is within. Within means which quarter he has to give? Within means which quarter he has to give? He has to give Q3 or Q2, think you are resigning within 45 days of that quarter. That quarter means Q2. So you have to give report of which quarter? Q2 and go. Can you read the options? Option A. So, sorry. Can you read the option? So where were we? We said you're going to resign on 14th November. Okay. So, which is the correct option? Can you read and say? Third question. Auditor shall communicate with TCWG, identified matters, and he will give the report for second and third quarter. Okay. Now, the auditor shall communicate with management and TCWG, identified, and he will give rise to modification not required to be issued. He will give the report for second quarter to be issued second quarter. Can you rule out which is wrong first? In the exam, can you rule out? And if it is 14th November, which quarter alone you have to give? Can you say that first? I lost the flow. You have to give only for quarter 2. Here they said, in the first option, they said quarter second and third. Answer is no, because it is within 45 days. So that's not the answer. Then they said not to be issued at all. That's also wrong. Now C and D are both correct because both are saying second and second quarter. So can you read and say which is the most appropriate one? The auditor shall communicate with TCWG. Material and effective qualification will be inadequate. Review report of the quarter. Auditor shall communicate with TCWG regarding the misstatement identified, giving rise to modification, and third quarter was to be required. Answer is he has to just communicate with the TCWG, no? So answer is, yeah, that's right. Answer is D. I think that's the last question. Allah, 2 more questions are there. Fourth one. Whether in the given situation, withdrawal from the engagement was mandatory. If so, what is the responsibility of auditor with respect to such withdrawal? In the given situation, withdrawal from the engagement is mandatory, and in such case, if he can't obtain evidence, so he has the option only to withdraw. Okay. In such case, he is required to, before issuing the quarter, he is required to disclaim the opinion. Okay. Withdrawal, if it is mandatory, okay, in the given situation, withdrawal from the engagement was mandatory. If so, what is the responsibility of auditor before with respect to such withdrawal? First, they said, in such cases where withdrawal is mandatory, if you can't do withdrawal, you give disclaimer. In the given situation, withdrawal from the engagement was mandatory. Auditor was required to withdraw where practicable as per law. In the given case, withdrawal from the engagement was not mandatory. Okay, auditor was required to see laws and regulation. In the given situation, withdrawal was not mandatory. He is required to give disclaimer. Can you say what is your answer? As per essay 705, which we explained well in detail. Okay, in the beginning, yeah. Here, what did we say? What did we say? As per essay is legal only law. Okay, as per essay, if he is unable to obtain evidence, he will either give disclaimer or withdraw. You can't continue. So is it mandatory or optional? If you can't obtain evidence, you either give withdrawal or give disclaimer. Either of this is mandatory. Divya, either of this is mandatory, no. In this case, either of this is mandatory, no. He has to do. So the mandatory or optional to withdraw. If you can't obtain the evidence, it is mandatory that you withdraw or give a disclaimer. Do you understand? So which is the correct option? So it's mandatory that you either give a withdrawal or you disclaim. So which is the correct answer? It's mandatory only because you can't say simply it is optional. No. So answer is disclaim or withdraw. Here there is no withdrawal option. So answer is A. Did you understand? If you can't obtain evidence, it is mandatory that you either withdraw or you give a disclaimer. Clear? SA 705 says that. But if all understood, can you say 5? That's the last question. Can we go to 5? If all clear, can we say 5? Okay. Assuming Opal's Chemical Limited to be an unlisted company, whether the reason for resignation was proper. But did you see the reason in the question? Can you read? He mentioned that professional preoccupation as reasons for resignation. Those who have class notes, I think it's below 705, we have specifically written one point. As per SEBI LODR, we have written the points 45 days. And this point, can someone check and say, we have written specifically that professional preoccupation should not be a reason for resignation. We have a lot of other work, so we are withdrawing. Then why did you accept? So is professional preoccupation a valid reason? Answer is no. So is it a valid reason? No. So cancel yes. Which is the correct answer? Auditor should have clearly mentioned the reason for resignation in the resignation letter issued. It has to be little extensive. Exact reason must be provided. To the new auditor appointed. Why should we provide to the new auditor? The answer is C. Professional preoccupation not to be a reason for resignation. And can you acknowledge how was the question? I think it was little tricky here and there. So guys, that's it. Wherever you are going wrong, please mark it and keep so that you can redo. Okay. Yo or ayo, come on. If all okay, give a smiley or yo. Okay.